Hey, this is Asha. Thanks for joining me in today's video. And what I want to share with you today is how you can go ahead and still make money and be successful even if you have a small YouTube channel. So stay tuned. I'm going to share with you some thoughts and insights. All right, so if you have a small YouTube channel, it's hard to get things going. It's hard to make the revenue. Maybe you got a job and you don't like your job and you're trying to get into YouTube. Maybe you want to go ahead and make a little extra money on the side, or maybe you want to transition into something different or had an unfortunate event happen to you. Whatever the case may be, getting started on YouTube is a little more difficult. And as you get started, as you see and recognize, having a small YouTube channel when you're just getting started is very tough to get the momentum going. Now, in order to still make things financially viable when it comes to your YouTube channel, you have to go ahead and make sure you're bringing in revenue to support yourself. So the way to really think about this is to think a little bit bigger beyond just a YouTube channel. So let's go to the board here and I'll share with you some thoughts. But before we do, keep in mind that we've got a website that has a ton of great freebies at backstageincome.com. You could go to the freebies section and there you could download some great PDFs, cheat sheets, reports, and other ways to make some more income. All right, so with that being said, what a lot of people do when they're looking to make money with a YouTube channel, especially if you have a small YouTube channel, your starting point to make money is going to be looking at making ads or ad revenue. And when you do this, the problem here now with YouTube, there's different requirements and they've changed some of the requirements, so I'm not exactly sure, but let's say you need about 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. So even if you have a YouTube channel, this just helps filter out all the spam and bad YouTube channels. Even if you have a new YouTube channel, it takes time to get 1,000 subscribers. It takes time to get 4,000 watched hours. And until then, you can't make money from the ads or the ad revenue. So all of this does take time. And even if you do break out into this space a little bit, what you have to recognize is even then, the ad revenue on average, even the top, 3.5% of the YouTube channels make about $12,000 to $16,000 a year. Okay, so this is kind of breaking into that top let's just say top 5% space. There's a research done. Some of the ones that really make it out there, like the top 0.1%, they do make quite a lot of money. But for the majority of people, think of the 80-20 rule. You're not going to be making a huge living right from the get-go and from the start. So how do you actually ramp this up? Well, it's about making more from your clients or customers. So don't just think about ad revenue. Think about YouTube as kind of a business platform. So if you think of it more like a business platform, if you have 10 clients and 10 clients, they all pay you $100 each, now you start getting into some revenue that's starting to become sustainable, because now you could look at $1,000 a month. And depending on your personal situation, maybe $1,000 is not a lot to you, but maybe $1,000 is quite a lot for you, or at least it could supplement your income. And that's where you start to see some traction. So instead of just looking and focusing on ads, what you need to do is focus on clients. And when you focus on clients, now you could go ahead and offer them a service, whether it's kind of a done-for-you service. You could also sell a product if you have a product to sell. And once your channel gets a little bit bigger, then you can also go ahead and look at advertisements or sponsorships and brand deals. So those kinds of things. And not to mention, you could get some affiliate revenue. So this is making money from a percentage of sales. So these are kind of some other things. But I think the biggest, quickest, and fastest return on investment is if you offer a service, done for you service, that can go ahead and really ramp up your earnings. For example, if you're a coach, even a personal nutritionist, if you're a nutrition coach or a food coach or a life coach, if you're getting paid $200 for an hour or a month from people and you're consulting with them, now just having 5-10 clients can start generating some good revenue for you. Yes, it does require 5 or 10 hours of your time, but now you're talking, speaking, you're consulting, and you're getting paid, and boom, you've made money almost immediately. Once the service is performed, you've made money, and you've completed the job and transaction. Whereas if you're looking to make money from ads, you're trying to make passive income, but remember, you still have to create videos that constantly come through. and you have to keep making content. So even then, that's not necessarily fully passive. The one thing that is fully passive is more like investment income. So even here, you're doing some things for the clients and you're making some good money for the service you perform. And this is what we do in our YouTube channel. We have multiple services, and that's what I want you to think about as you're looking to make a living, or at least make some money that's sustainable from a YouTube channel, especially if you have a small YouTube channel, because making it just from ads isn't going to work. You need to look at it as a business platform. That's where you can start getting clients. And with having a client, if you offer writing services or you have a YouTube channel about writing, well, now you could go ahead and have things that relate to writing, proofreading, and now you can make some money and income that way. This is kind of what I did with the team that I have, because as my team grew and expanded further, you basically have to keep that team busy. And sometimes if you want to hold on to your team and you don't have enough work, for example, maybe I'm working on a course and I don't need those people to work on the course with me because I'm honed in and focused for a single month on a course. What I did was I wanted to work with those people, so I didn't want them to leave. So I created some jobs for them because that's what I'm looking for. And here, what's going on and what's happening is we've created additional services that the same team that we do Backstage income for, Traders Fly and some of the other YouTube channels and things we work on, they also work with clients. So they'll work with clients editing their YouTube videos. They might work on optimizing their YouTube videos, creating thumbnail designs, so all kinds of different things. And not to mention, having some different things to work on in projects keeps things stimulating and interesting. So this is our website, videoacorn.com, and if you want the same team to help you out, check it out. Go there and we'll be happy to help you out. We also set up Podcast Color, another service, which is podcast editing, designing your cover art and that kind of thing, and 5-star author. So being in the ebook space, I've written quite a handful of books. And you can see all these free resources, all these books and PDFs that I've gotten. The same thing we do with 5-star authors. So I have writers and people that I've worked with over the years, and they can go ahead and also design your covers. They can edit your book. They can format your book, and some coaching, which sometimes I also do a lot of the coaching here, because that's what I enjoy. I enjoy the coaching aspect and working with people directly. So a lot of these things, dealing with the coaching end, is me working with other people. So anyways, creating a service now allows you to ramp things up in your income and revenue streams. Not to mention, it also helps you get diversified, because if your YouTube channel gets hacked, gets in trouble, whatever the case may be, at least you've got a business that's sustainable behind it. So anyways, I hope that gives you some things to think about and some insights. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Remember to get some of the freebies by clicking the link right over here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed already, and check out some more great videos. Thanks for joining me, and in the end, remember, do what you love, contribute to others, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you in the next video.